Hey everybody, good evening, happy Thursday. God, it's come around quick, isn't it? Flown by this last week, absolutely flown by. Thank you to all of you that have come on already with your hellos and your good evenings. Nice to see you all, thank you very much. First, I want to shout out, Mr. Norban, you're on there. A big happy birthday to one of my best mates, Adam, on Monday. It's his birthday, and a happy Father's Day to all you dads out there for this coming Sunday. All right then, folks, let's tell you what rounds we've got tonight then. Some of you would have known because you've seen them on my Facebook page already, but they are general trivia, history, music trivia. Then we'll have our little break to get a drink. Hey, little sis. Then we've got crime and punishment, on the small screen, and science and nature. So that's what you've got this evening. All right, Gaz, thanks everyone who's just joined us. Okay, so you know how it works by now. 3 rounds. I'll give you the answers and then we'll do the next 3 rounds. Hello from the Champagne Girls. Hello to Warren. Yo. All right, so shall we just start? I think we're all here. Clencher in the house as well. Good news. Yeah, let's rock and roll, shall we? So we're starting off then with some general trivia. Let me just sort this out. I feel like there we go, sorted. No, I'm not. I can't get the angle right. Here we go then. This is general trivia, folks. Get your piece of paper at the ready. 10 general trivia questions. This is the first one. Number 1 then. With which animals can Harry Potter converse when speaking parcel tongue? With which animals can Harry Potter converse when speaking parcel tongue? GT, Big Steve. I'm on the Guinness again tonight. Oh, caved. Weak. I'm weak. Number 2, Jack, Monterey, and Austrian and Scots. I'll give you 4. Jack, Monterey, Austrian, and Scots are among the varieties of which tree? That's Jack, Monterey, Austrian, and Scots are among the varieties of which tree? Simple minds are in the house. Julie, I hope you liked your supernatural round on Tuesday. Number 3, Debbie McGee was the wife and long-term assistant of which TV magician? Debbie McGee was the wife and long-term assistant of which TV magician? Not a lot. I saw on the news today about how all the pubs have prepped for opening on the 4th of July. I'm very excited. I'm so excited about pubs opening. It's ridiculous, isn't it, really? But I am. I get to see all of you rather than just see your names on the side. All right, number 4. Which Disney animated film featured all classical music? Which Disney animated film featured all classical music? Number 5, which band had chart hits with Maps, Sugar, and Moves Like Jagger? Which band had chart hits with Maps, Sugar, and Moves Like Jagger? Number 6. Who was Mayor of London from 2008 to 2016? Who was Mayor of London from 2008 to 2016? Tonight, this one. Number 7. What is longer, a mile or a nautical mile? So what is longer, a mile or a nautical mile? Number 8. In which town did the Flintstones live? In which town did the Flintstones live? Might have to the door in a minute. It's a bit warm in here. How miserable has the weather been this week? A few weeks back, I was sat in the garden thinking every Thursday night now until the pubs open, I'll be sat in the garden doing this. Nah. All right, number 9, you'll need a bit of time on this one, so I'll give you an extra few seconds. Number 9, what are the 6 colours on a Rubik's Cube? What are the 6 colours on a Rubik's Cube? I'll let you keep pondering that one. By the way, this Sunday's round that I'm going to do is a request from one of my quizzes, Darren. It's going to be a debut singles round. Debut singles. Listen up, look out for that this coming Sunday. All right, number 10. What was the name of the hotel in The Shining? What was the name of the hotel in The Shining? In fact, watch out for it this Saturday, possibly, because we're a bit busy on Sunday. Saturday might be a day early, might be a day late. Who knows? But it will come. It will definitely come. All right. So the name of the hotel in The Shining. So that's your final question on that round. You're a bit quiet on your comments tonight. You're not chatting very much. No, it matters. Watch that this week. What, The Shining or the sequel, Riv? I haven't seen the sequel yet. That Doctor Sleep. I haven't seen it. All right. So. Who's been to it in real life? Evening from the Lawford Arms. Evening, Murray. Good to see you on here. Hopefully see you for certain in proper in about 3 weeks' time. Darren's very welcome, Maria. David Deacon has been to it in real life. That's excellent. All right, so we're going to go on to our next round now. It's history. Now, how much you all love a bit of history, so I bet you're excited for this one. Oh, number 7, Murray, for you, anything. What is longer, a mile or a nautical mile? David, I got what you meant. I got what you meant. That's pretty cool. All right, so here we go then, folks. Our second round of the evening. This is your history round, and this is question number 1. Who won the Vietnam War? That's a nice, easy one to start off, isn't it? Who won the Vietnam War? It is quiet, Maria. No one's chatting very much. It's not too many on here. Although I have been saying the last few weeks, the longer this goes on, the numbers will drop until we're back in the pubs now. People aren't properly on lockdown anymore. Paula, can you repeat number 7? Yeah, I can. It was what is longer, a mile or a nautical mile? Number 2, in World War II, what date was D-Day? So in World War II, what date was D-Day? Bit trickier, this next one. Number 3, in what year did a woman go into space for the first time? In what year did a woman go into space for the first time? Good evening, Linda Martin. Adam, really ready for the pub now, mate. Absolutely. We all are. We all are. I've enjoyed doing these on a Thursday night. I've enjoyed keeping you entertained best I can, but it isn't the same, is it? It's not the same. But it's still all right. Number 4, how many of Henry VIII's wives were executed? How many of Henry VIII's wives were executed? Come on, it's a history round. Got to have a Henry VIII question. Number 5, what name did Hitler give his plan to invade England? What name did Hitler give his plan to invade England? Linda Martin saying, you came to my wedding and still used my maiden name. That's true. But Linda Martin, you were at your wedding, yet you're still here on YouTube as Linda Martin. I'm just saying. If you're not going to use your married name, don't have a go at me. Number 6, maybe hinting back to an earlier question on this round. Who won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1973 for negotiating the ceasefire with North Vietnam? Who won? So I'm looking for an individual, a person. Who won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1973 for negotiating the ceasefire with North Vietnam? Something else as well, quiz. I just realised, and there's money pots down here. I've got about 400 quid, I think, and play your cards right, money. Let's just say, don't come and rob me tonight. Don't do that. Just let you know. When we get back into pubs, there's money to be won in most of them. Not all, but most. Number 7. What was the name of the plane that dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima? What was the name of the plane that dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima? Also spawned a song from one of my favourite bands of all time. Number 8. Which king was the target of the Gunpowder plot? Which king was the target of the Gunpowder plot? Trickier than the older general trivia around this one, isn't it? Number 9. Who ruled Egypt between 69 and 30 BC? Who ruled Egypt between 69 and 30 BC? And number 10, and if you give me the year exactly, you can go throw yourself a bonus point. Number 10, in what decade were the first cases of AIDS diagnosed? In what decade were the first cases of AIDS diagnosed? All right, there you go. Tricky around that. Some harder questions in there. I think if you're aiming for a score of about 14 to 16, if you get that, that's a very, very good effort. It's definitely quiet on here tonight. There's not as much chatter. Okay. You're good. You're finishing that round up because we're going to do round 3 in a moment, which is music trivia, my favourite round of the night. After this, I'll give you the answers to rounds 1, 2, and 3. Number 5, please, Shirazali, not a problem. Number 5, what name did Hitler give his plan to invade England? Maria's saying everyone is asleep. I hope you're not trying to say that that's my fault. Can I repeat 3, 5, and 6? Matt Gregory, you were asleep. 3, in what year did woman go into space for the first time? 5, was it? Yeah, 5. What name did Hitler give his plan to invade England? And 6, who won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1973 for negotiating the ceasefire with North Vietnam? Music. David says, this is where we die. You will not die, David Deacon. Have a little faith. All right then, folks. So our third round, number 10. I've done the whole round again. Hold on, number 10. In what decade were the first cases of AIDS diagnosed? Question 10 from round 1, quick. Yes. What was the name of the hotel in The Shining? All right. Music trivia then, folks. We're asking a question to start this off about one of the bands I hate more than any other in the world. Here we go. Music trivia, round 3, question 1. Which band had hits with Homely Girl and Kingston Town? Which band had hits with Homely Girl and Kingston Town? Number 2, which singer had a 1987 hit with Never Gonna Give You Up? Which singer had a 1987 hit with Never Gonna Give You Up? Riv, you're not saying awesome to the answer to number 1, are you? Please. Number 3, what was the name of Desmond Decker's backing band? What was the name of Desmond Decker's backing band? Number 4, who was the lead singer of the 80s band Dead or Alive? Who was the lead singer of the 80s band Dead or Alive? You spin me round like a record. You're not going to get a Simply Red question, Mr. Norburn. Sorry, even for your birthday. Sorry to disappoint. You spin me right round, baby, right round. It's a catchy little tune, isn't it? Number 5, which 19th century singer was known as the Swedish Nightingale? For those that have seen The Greatest Showman, you got a good shot at this one. Which 19th century singer was known as the Swedish Nightingale? Sorry, Mr. Deacon. It's only 1 round in 5, in 6 though. So you've still got 5 that you're not going to die on. It's going to be all right. All right, number 6, reaching number 13 in the charts in 1977. Whose first single as a solo artist was Salisbury Hill? Reaching number 13 in the charts in 1977, whose first single as a solo artist was Salisbury Hill? Number 7, which 60s band had hits with Bend Me, Shape Me, and If Paradise Is Half As Nice? Which 60s band had hits with Bend Me, Shape Me, and If Paradise Was Half As Nice? Number 8, what was the name of Britney Spears' first hit single? What was the name of Britney Spears' first hit single? Neighbours walking by. Thought someone was staring in the window. Your brain cells have all left in lockdown. Come on, Mr. England. Can I repeat number 4? Yes, I can. Who was the lead singer of the 80s band Dead or Alive? Was number 4. All right, number 9. Which 90s American girl group had hits with Creep, No Scrubs, and Unpretty? Which 90s American girl group had hits with Creep, No Scrubs, and Unpretty? Best-selling American girl band of all time. And number 10, which 2 members of Take That released the single Shame in 2010? Which 2 members of Take That released the single Shame in 2010? Let's give you some answers. In just a moment. Just finish that off and then get your answers then to those 3 rounds up in front of you. I'm going to give them to you in a sec. Then we'll pause to top up the glasses. Mine will certainly need one. And then we'll do our final 3 rounds. All right, so answers in front of you, folks. 2 points for every correct answer. Remember, 20 points per round. This was general trivia, and this was number 1. With which animals can Harry Potter converse when speaking Parseltongue? Snakes. Number 2, Jack, Monterey, Austrian, and Scots are among the varieties of which tree? Pine. Number 3, Debbie McGee was the wife and long-term assistant of which TV magician? Paul Daniels. Number 4, which Disney animated film featured all classical music? Fantasia. 5, which band had hits with Maps, Sugar, and Moves Like Jagger? Maroon 5. Number 6, who was Mayor of London from 2008 to 2016? Boris Johnson. The number 7, what is longer, a mile or a nautical mile? A nautical mile. Number 8, in which town did the Flintstones live? Bedrock. Number 9, this is the tricky one. You need to get 5 of the 6 colours to get 1 point. 6 colours will give you 2. What are the 6 colours on a Rubik's Cube? White, red, yellow, orange, blue, and green. And number 10, what was the name of the hotel in The Shining? The Overlook Hotel. So that's your first 20 points to play for. Tally up your scores. 16, there's your first one to beat. Who's in there with 16? "17, 16, well played, Quizzle. 17 is the highest so far. All right, while you're tallying your scores up, I will give you the 20 points for Holly Dawson. Well done. 20 for Puffed. Well done, Puffed. Got some 18s, another 20. Well done, guys. Good scores. Full house. Full houses across the board for a lot of you. All right, so history then was our second round. Don't expect many 20s on this. Let's see. Number 1, who won the Vietnam War? North Vietnam. Well done, guys. I think the lowest score I've seen so far is 12, I think. So, number 2, in World War II, what date was D-Day? It was June the 6th, 1944. Number 3, in what year did women go into space for the first time? 1963. Number 4, how many of Henry VIII's wives were executed? 2. 5, what name did Hitler give his plan to invade England? Operation Sea Lion. 6, who won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1973 for negotiating the ceasefire with North Vietnam? Henry Kissinger. Well done if you got that one right. Number 7, what was the name of the plane that dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima? Enola Gay. 8, which king was the target of the Gunpowder plot? James I. 9, who ruled Egypt between 69 and 30 BC? That's Cleopatra. And number 10, I told you there's a bonus point for grabs if you got the year exact. So, in what decade were the first cases of AIDS diagnosed? It's the 1980s. And a bonus point if you put 1981. So 21 points played for on that round. Okay, so again, tally your scores up. You can put them in there, or you don't have to. You can just put a score out of 60 so far, if that's what you'd rather do. Completely up to you. But I'll give you a moment to tally up your scores, and then we'll do the answers to music trivia. Which tubes? Don't write yourself off. You might have done all right. All right, so 14, 18 again. Well done, Cal. Very good. Another 18. 38, says Paula. Is that out of 40? I'm guessing that's out of 40. Okay, so music trivia. This was question number 1. Which band had hits with Homely Girl and Kingston Town? UB40. 6, Mr. England. What went wrong there? 6. Number 2, which singer had a 1987 hit with Never Gonna Give You Up? That was Rick Astley. Number 3, what was the name of Desmond Decker's backing band? Aces. Desmond Decker and the Aces. 4, who was the lead singer of the 80s band Dead or Alive? Pete Burns. Number 5, which 19th century singer was known as the Swedish Nightingale? Jenny Lind. Number 6, reaching number 13 in the charts in 1977, whose first single as a solo artist was Salisbury Hill, Peter Gabriel. Maria, we do have tickets rearranged already. Got a feeling it'll be a second time as well. Number 7, which 60s band had hits with Bend Me, Shape Me, and If Paradise Is Half As Nice? Amen Corner. Amen Corner or Amen Corner? Amen. Amen. I don't actually know. I'm going to say Amen. Correct me if I'm wrong. Number 8, what was the name of Britney Spears' first hit single, Baby One More Time? Number 9, which 90s American girl group had hits with Creep, No Scrubs, and Unpretty? TLC. And number 10, which 2 members of Take That released the single Shame in 2010? Gary Barlow and Robbie Williams. Okay, so there you go. We have reached the halfway point, boys and girls. It's amen. Amen, amen. Chris, I need you to spell it phonetically because all you've done is put it as a, it could be amen or amen. I'm going amen. Right, I am going to go and get a drink. If you would be so kind as to join me for one, that would be wonderful. Top up those glasses. When I come back, I'll have a look at your scores out of 60, 61. Feel free to pop those in there and I'll have a little nose. And then we'll do the second half. Crime and Punishment up first. Then we've got on the small screen, TV trivia to you and me. And then Science and Nature is what we're finishing on tonight. So let's go and top up our glasses and then we'll get going with the second half. I should be back in about 4 minutes. Oh, it wasn't 4 minutes, but I'll start in 4 minutes. 3 minutes. Everyone's got to get their drinks. I'm buffering. Sorry, Chris. I don't know why I'm buffering. It all looks fine this end, but I don't want to tell you. Right, I won't start yet because obviously it's only been 1 minute out of 4. But I'm just going to look through your scores and see how you're getting on. So we've got PJ's. PJ's, good to see you. Hopefully I'll be seeing you in person in a few weeks' time. They're on 49. I'll be saying that to all of you. Shatner's 54, excellent, highest score I've seen so far. Another 54 for the famous 5. 43 for Charlotte. You've put OA. What's OA? 40 out of 61, 42, 56 for Paula and for the Quizzy Rascals. 46 for Linda, 47, 42, 44. All right, your scores pretty much on a level. I think it's history that most of you have dropped some points on tonight. But 56 and 54, excellent scores for those 3 teams, and 49 not far behind them. So there we go. We are ready to go in about 2 minutes' time. You can go and get your drinks. How are Nikki and the kids? They are very well, thank you. 52 for the family. Going good as well. What was I going to say? I was going to say something to you. Oh yeah, City fans. 7 o'clock YouTube on the Coventry YouTube channel and their Facebook page, and something else, probably the Twitter. I don't know. I'm not on any of them, but YouTube certainly. They're having their promotion party on Saturday night, so tune into that. 7 o'clock Saturday night. If you're not a Coventry fan, you're not interested in anything I've just said. But if you are, that's what you want to do. That's what I'll be doing. So tune in. All right, so 36 out of 60 there. Excellent, all looking good. Okay, has it been 4 minutes? I think it might have been. Should we get another minute? Just one. Well, hey, yes, Mr. England. Well, hey. This commentary getting promoted has made me drink again. Got happy, had a Guinness, and now I'm just drinking Guinness. All right, so that's it. It's definitely been 4 minutes now. Second half of the quiz then, it's crime and punishment that we're going to kick off with. I'm going to do that right now. So make sure you're here, make sure you're back, and make sure you are ready. Here we go. Crime and punishment. Question number 1. Who was Robben Island Prison's most famous inmate? Who was Robben Island Prison's most famous inmate? Number 2. Which drama series was set in Lark Hall Prison? Which drama series was set in Lark Hall Prison? Number 3. What is the real name of the 1980s serial killer, the Yorkshire Ripper? What is the real name of the 1980s serial killer, the Yorkshire Ripper? Number 4. Who played the role of fictional TV detective Eddie Shoestring? Who played the role of fictional TV detective Eddie Shoestring? Is that a hard question? That's probably quite a hard question. It's warm. I'm going to have to open the door. Excuse me. Okay. Warm. In case someone was wondering why I'm not bouncing around, I'm a bit tired tonight. I'm a little bit tired. It's been a long week. But it's all fine. All right, number 5. In the first series of ITV drama Whitechapel, a copycat killer was mimicking which 19th century serial killer? In the first series of ITV drama Whitechapel, a copycat killer was mimicking which 19th century serial killer? Think of a really famous 19th century serial killer. You'll get it right. Number 6. Who was Queen of England for only 9 days before she was beheaded? Who was Queen of England for only 9 days before she was beheaded? Also got a headache. I've had a headache all afternoon. I don't know why. You didn't need to know that either. I just felt like sharing it with you. Number 7. Orlando Jackson was accused of killing which US rapper on the 7th of September 1996? Orlando Jackson was accused of killing which US rapper on the 7th of September 1996? Number 8. This guy's been in the news a little bit this last year, so you might remember his name. Number 8. Which sex offender, known as the Black Cab Rapist, was jailed in 2009? Which sex offender, known as the Black Cab Rapist, was jailed in 2009? So it was in the news last year because he was granted parole and then it was revoked because people complained, rightly so. Number 9. Which American serial killer who confessed to 30 murders between 1974 and 1978 was executed in 1989? So which American serial killers between 1974 and 1978 was executed in 1989? And number 10, in 2012, Operation U-Tree was launched after an investigation into which disgraced former radio and TV presenter. In 2012, Operation U-Tree was launched after an investigation into which disgraced former radio and TV presenter. Okay. There you go. I thought that was all right. Not too hard, that one. Maybe, maybe not. Let's find out when I give you the answer shortly. Okay, take your last few seconds finishing that one off. Round 5 is good to go. 7 and 8, Maria, no problem. 7, Orlando Jackson was accused of killing which US rapper on the 7th of September 1996? And number 8 was which sex offender known as the Black Cab Rapist was jailed in 2009? All right, so round 5 next then, on the small screen, otherwise known as TV trivia. I just felt like giving it a bit of a different name just for a bit of a change. Okay, so here we go. This is your 5th round. This is question 1. Who created the Muppets? Who created the Muppets? Mana. Do, 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 do. Number 2, in Mary, Mungo and Midge, what kind of animal was Mungo? In Mary, Mungo and Midge, what kind of animal was Mungo? You've got to be of a certain age to know that one, haven't you? Number 3, who hosted the BBC game show Going for Gold? Going for Gold. Who hosted the BBC game show Going for Gold? Number 4, during which TV game show were contestants invited to go wild in the aisles? During which TV game show were contestants invited to go wild in the aisles? It's better. I was getting a bit warm in here. It's a nice little breeze coming through now. Number 5, who is the narrator of Come Dine With Me? Who is the narrator of Come Dine With Me? Number 6, which desperate housewife found fame playing Lois Lane in Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman? Which desperate housewife found fame playing Lois Lane in Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman? I used to like that. Dean Cain was Superman. It's a good program, if you're a Superman fan. Number 7, what were the names of the 4 original zones in Crystal Maze? What were the names of the 4 original zones in Crystal Maze? That was a great show, wasn't it? I've not watched it since Richard Ayoade did it, but back in the day. How old do I feel saying back in the day? Right, number 8. What kind of animals were rhubarb and custard? What kind of animals were rhubarb and custard? Number 9. Who presents the TV quiz show Tipping Point? Who presents the TV quiz show Tipping Point? That's a strange old program, isn't it? Just an odd concept. And number 10. What was Carrie's surname in Sex and the City? What was Carrie's surname in Sex and the City? Never watched an episode of that. Throwing that out there right now. Okay, so that's that round done. We have just one round left. That's come quick. One round to go. What is it? Science and nature. Ooh, what a round to finish on. Not finishing on a high note tonight, am I? What a round to finish on. Science and nature. You are showing your age. Maria, I am. It's when you say back in the day and you can't actually remember the day you're going back into. That's when you're showing your age. I'm not there yet. Okay, here we go. Oh, by the way, Maria, pass on. Darren, Maria's at the half. You're watching this, Villa fan. Villa are not going to get relegated if they're going to have goal line technology, referees, assistant referees, and VAR completely bought and in their pockets. Congratulations. Okay, can I repeat number 10? Absolutely, I can. Number 10, what was Carrie's surname in Sex and the City? Who watches Sex and the City? Good question. Okay, so one round left, folks. Get your final piece of paper at the ready. We're ready. Here we go. Science and nature. Number 1. What is the only precious jewel produced by the sea? What is the only precious jewel produced by the sea? Number 2. What shape is the delta of a river? What shape is the delta of a river? The bulging side netting gave it away. Yes, it did, Mr. Norburn. In fact, the keeper sat down as well, smoked a cigarette, gave up hope. That gave it away too. The keeper was hiding behind the post with the ball in his hand. No goal. Sorry, everyone. Number 3, the sternum is the medical name for what? The sternum is the medical name for what? Number 4, this is something we've had a lot of this last few days. Number 4, what is produced by the rapid expansion of atmospheric gases suddenly heated by lightning? What is produced by the rapid expansion of atmospheric gases suddenly heated by lightning? Number 5, what is the only bird that can fly backwards? What is the only bird that can fly backwards? Number 6, chemically pure gold consists of how many carats? Chemically pure gold consists of how many carats? Nice easy one for number 7. Number 7, what sort of animal is a lurcher? What sort of animal is a lurcher? That's nice and easy, wasn't it? Let's do number 8. Number 8, what bird is known for laying its eggs in other birds' nests? What bird is known for laying its eggs in other birds' nests? Number 9, which acid is in acid rain? Which acid is in acid rain? And number 10, what is the longest nerve in the human body? What is the longest nerve in the human body? One that I've had a few issues with over the years, I can tell you. All right. Look at that. Done. Just some answers to give you. And then you can give me some scores. Then I'll give you an update of what rounds we've got next Thursday. But I'll do that now for you. Do you want to know? Next Thursday, you've got general trivia, the F word, food and drink, literary first lines, geography, and movies. Good mixed bag next week. Anyway, before that, though, we've got a round over the weekend at some point, which is debut singles, and then an other round. I've still got a few to do. It will either be British Nature or the Blues Brothers. Be one of those two, because they're two that I've got outstanding to still do for you. All right, so anyway, got some answers. Good. Let's do it now. Crime and punishment. That was round 4. So answers in front of you. Here we go. Number 1. Who was Robben Island Prison's most famous inmate? Nelson Mandela. Number 2, which drama series was set in Larkhall Prison? Bad Girls. Number 3, what is the real name of the 80s serial killer, the Yorkshire Ripper, Peter Sutcliffe? 4, who played the role of fictional TV detective Eddie Shoestring? Trevor Eve. Number 5, in the first series of the ITV drama Whitechapel, a copycat killer was mimicking which 19th century serial killer? Jack the Ripper. Can't help but say Ripper in an Australian accent. Jack the Ripper. Oh, you little ripper. Number 6, who was the Queen of England for only 9 days before she was beheaded? Lady Jane Grey. Number 7, Orlando Jackson was accused of killing which US rapper on the 7th of September 1996? Tupac Shakur. Number 8, which sex offender known as the Black Cab Rapist was jailed in 2009? John Warboys. Number 9, which American serial killer who confessed to 30 murders between 1974 and 1978 was executed in 1989? Ted Bundy. Number 10, in 2012, Operation U-Tree was launched after an investigation into which disgraced former radio and TV presenter, Jimmy Savile. All right. Charlotte says she loves a literary first line round. Well, good, because that's what you got next week. It's a good one as well. Not too hard. That's what I'll say. It's not too hard. All right, so scores coming through already. A 16 and an 18 so far. There's 18's the score to beat. Mr. Hollins, that is a good score. 16 again, another 16 and a 14 and a 16. Ah, Maria's Sound of Music round. I wouldn't have forgotten. I've got them all written down here. That's on my list. Okay, so answers then to on the small screen. Here you go. This was number 1. Who created the Muppets? Jim Henson. We know our convicts. Number 2, in Mary, Mungo and Midge, what kind of animal was Mungo? A dog. Number 3, who hosted the BBC game show Going for Gold? Henry Kelly. Number 4, during which TV game show were contestants invited to go wild in the aisles? Supermarket Sweep, which used to be all right. They tried bringing it back with that guy with the really white teeth, didn't they? But it didn't work very well. Number 5, who is the narrator of Come Dine With Me? Dave Lamb. Number 6, which desperate housewife found fame playing Lois Lane in Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman? Terry Hatcher. 7, what were the names of the 4 original zones in Crystal Maze? Aztec, Futuristic, Medieval, and Industrial. Number 8, what kind of animals are rhubarb and custard? They were dog and cat. 9, who presents the TV quiz show Tipping Point? Ben Shepherd. And number 10, what was Carrie's surname in Sex and the City? Bradshaw. Okay, one last set of answers to give you. I'll let you tally up. I don't know what tally up means, but I'll let you tally up your scores as well. You can do that. Just wait for those to come in. Straight off the bat, 16. Good score to try and beat. Beat it they have, Mr. Gregory 18. And Daniel Clench 20 on that one. Well done. All right, so last set of answers then, folks. Get them up in front of you. Here we go. Science and nature. Number 1. What is the only precious jewel produced by the sea? Pearl. Number 2. What shape is the delta of a river? Triangle. Number 3. The sternum is the medical name for what? The breastbone. 4. What is produced by the rapid expansion of atmospheric gases suddenly heated by lightning? Thunder. 5. What is the only bird that can fly backwards? That's a hummingbird. Number 6. Chemically pure gold consists of how many carats? 24. Number 7. What sort of animal is a lurcher? That's a dog. Number 8, what bird is known for laying its eggs in other birds' nests? Cuckoo. Number 9, which acid is in acid rain? That's sulfuric acid. And finally, number 10, what is the longest nerve in the human body? The sciatic nerve. All right, so there you go, folks. You played for 121 points tonight. I need you now. I don't need you. You don't have to. It's up to you, but just pop your little score in. Out of 121, tell me what you've got. Let's see who got the highest score. I know the numbers will start dropping off now. They always do, but can I repeat 89? It cut out. Linda Martin, yes, I can. Number 8 was what bird is known for laying its eggs in other birds' nests? That's a cuckoo. And number 9 was which acid is in acid rain? Sulfuric acid. All right, so 100 for Poofed. 100 out of 121, that's a good score. 103 for the BJs, 112, 104, 96, 97, 86. Right, who's going to be 112? That's your target at the moment. Linda Martin's Wi-Fi is rubbish. Oh, 102. Kerry, you just gave yourself 10 extra points. 20 again on the last round. That's a good, strong finish. There's England. Clench, 90 to finish off. 99, 114. There we go. That's the highest score tonight, I should think. Paul, Val, Cess, and Scoops. Scoops, I hope when we get back in the pubs, mate, we'll see your face again. I miss you. You're a top bloke. Be good to have you back. Right, so 19 overall. Thanks, Lee. Another great quiz. You're ever so welcome. Shatner's clocking at 105. That's that's nothing to be ashamed of. That's for sure. Good scores again, guys and girls. Good scores. 6 points dropped for Quizzy Rascals, more than normal. So, Chris. Oh, blame Mum for adding it up. Mum's given herself extra points. Chris says, bless you, Lee, felt a bit poorly and still came on here. You're a legend. We appreciate you. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate you too. I'll be swinging by your place, Chris, at the weekend, socially distancing to drop Adam's birthday present in. You're very welcome, Faye. Thank you so much. Faye's on here. Faye runs the Rugby Autism Network, who is the charity of choice that I've got the link on. I know I ask every week. I'm not going to stop asking. If you can afford to donate, please do donate some money to Faye and her charity. That would be amazing. You're welcome, Shiraz Gilly, Hilary, Dave. You are all very welcome. Thanks so much for coming on. I hope you've enjoyed it tonight. Sorry if I've not seemed as bubbly as normal. I'm really tired. I've got a headache. But I'm still here. We're still going, right? We're still going. So hopefully come next Thursday. Well, if I've still got a headache next Thursday, there's a problem. All right, folks. So thank you so much. You're very welcome, Val. You're very welcome. Maria, we only did 4 rounds, but we are the champions. Maria, you cannot make football-related comments as a Villa fan after what happened last night. I think you need to learn when to stop. All right, guys and girls, much respect to you all. Thank you so much for being on here. I'll see you on here again next week. Adam, have a fab birthday on Monday, mate. And all of the dads on here, have a great Father's Day. I'll see you next week. All right, everyone, take care. Thanks for your support. See you all soon. All the best and stay safe. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye.